So, Chansiri stance of the club has been announced. This is announced Sunday, but I decided to have a bit of a day off. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. So last week was the whole saga with Sheffield Wednesday and Chansiri and the tax bill and the players not being paid. That was all 1 week in itself, and it felt like very much like, okay, are we going to turn a corner now? Is this the end of it? And the issue I got here is that we now got the information that come from Alan Nixon at The Sun. Take it what you want. Some people think he's decent, some people think he's not. It all depends on how you see it. But here's the thing for me, right? He'd come out this weekend and said that the stance of Chansiri is that the club is not for sale. He does not want to sell the club, even if we are relegated to League One. He wants to stay here even if we're relegated to League One, which is interesting. Now, that means he got to seriously start putting the thing that he said about not putting any more money in. Well, surely that's got to be something that he's now got to do. He got to put the money in, kind of thing, because you can't not. Because if you're not going to sell it, but then you're refusing to put money into it, to run it, it makes you question everything. And again, this is one of those videos that I kind of don't really want to do because I'm sick of talking about, but it is news. It is news in the sense that Chansiri does not want to sell the club. And that puts us in that kind of position of going, right, he doesn't want to sell. We're stuck with him. Now, you look at it, Reading really want their owner to sell it. It looks like he might be doing, but he's only selling when it's like really near the end and they could go out of business. And that's something that I think possibly could be the only way Chansiri sold. And I seriously do think that. I think that's the only other way you could see Sheffield Wednesday being sold. And if we were in that kind of thing where we're about to possibly go bust again. And I say again because this happened before with Milan. Now, what do we do from here? Well, you support the players on the pitch, number one, and Danny and his team. And you support them in that sense. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell someone, don't buy merch, don't go to games, blah, 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 blah. It's your prerogative. If you don't want to buy merch and if you don't want to go to games because of the whole situation with Chansiri, that's on you. But I know for a lot of people, Sheffield Wednesday Football Club is their escapism. And for a lot of people, if they don't have their escapism, they feel like they don't have much. And that's something that needs to be factored in here. Like, generally need to be factored in because that's important to people. People having that escapism is important. And I think it's well in their rights to have that. And I'll never have a go at someone if they want to go to a game, even with what's going on. And somebody says, I'm not going to the game because you're supporting Chansiri. If that person wants to go and support the club, as in the players on the pitch, then let them. Now, like I said, it's going to be very difficult now because he dug himself into a corner and he needs to figure out how he's going to get out of it. And honestly, I don't think he can. I'll be honest with you, I don't think he can because he's lost way too much of the fan base for me. Now, here's the thing. If we go on and have a really good run and say we managed to get out of this or whatever, that kind of thing, yeah, then maybe. But the problem is it still doesn't change anything, does it? It doesn't change the thing that he said. It doesn't change how we run. It doesn't change that it feels like we're run season ticket to season ticket every season. It doesn't change anything. Everything still remains the same in terms of we're stuck in limbo with what happens. And that's my issue. Now, he's here. He's not going anywhere. Then we'll have to go, right, I'll just support the club kind of thing, even if I don't like the ownership. That's the problem. There's nothing you can do now to kind of get him out, because you could have protests, you could have lots of things that happen. You could have protests, you could disrupt it, we could get point deduction for disrupting the game. I don't know. But as of right now, we're in that really, really crappy position. We're an owner who sees a little bit of contempt to some of us, thinks that we should respect him for just owning and making sure the club's going okay. Like I said, my thing was, while he's paying the bills and keeping the lights on, I support him. The moment he didn't pay that council tax, Jesus Christ, HMRC bill, and that the players did get paid on time, but the moment where he said that, it kind of makes you question, what are we financially actually realistically like? Because I remember in the accounts it was something stupid like 7 million kind of liabilities, like 7 million is here, but it's not enough. So he needs to figure out what to do next as well, because if he's staying, we need a lot more money coming in than what's coming in at the moment, because it's not enough. Even if that says you put all games as a Cat G for the rest of the season and to try and fill the stadium as much as possible, or a Cat F or whatever, that's the thing. I don't like talking about this stuff in terms of Chancery. I'm pretty much sick of talking about it, but I thought it was relevant to get the kind of thing out. There'll be another video out today which will try and make it a positive one where it's not fully about Chancery, but it's not for sale. We can't do anything to force that. If we could, I think there'd be a lot of things that we could do, but he's not in the country to see it. So we'll just see it on social media and be like, nah. Like a lot of people have said, he's not going to come to Wednesday for a little while. He's going to wait until the heat dies down. Even then, I think it'll be a while. I think he'll just run it all from Thailand now. Maybe come over in the January window to help get players over, but not be seen in public kind of thing. And if he is seen in public, I would be very, very highly do not recommend doing that. I don't think giving him abuse is the way to do about it, but giving him general criticism is. That's the difference. I don't think he understands the difference between someone giving him criticism and the abuse. There's a way of criticising it where you don't come off as an arse. There's a way of criticising someone where you don't come across as bad. Granted, I know on that embargo one I said what I said at the end, and I still feel that way, because you can't run a football club from season ticket to season ticket, merch to merch. It doesn't work. Financially, we struggle with getting the right people involved to try and get commercial deals. Why are we not better at getting commercial deals in? I said that on Friday. We need something at the minute. 3 points on the pitch would be nice, which would be nice, but that's where I'm at with it. It's dejecting, but I will support Wednesday. I will keep covering Wednesday, and I'll keep being here till I can still do it. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Apologies that it's another video on Chancery, but it is what it is. It needed to be said.